My New Year's resolution for 2022 is to learn how to draw anatomy. Why? Because I've been looking at my drawings and I've realized that they look kind of bad. Not because I'm getting worse, but because I'm trying to draw stuff that I don't know how to draw. For example, I need to draw a person drop kicking a child. But you don't find enough references online of people drop kicking children. What can I do about that? Well, I can learn how to draw a person, I can learn how to draw a child. If I learn how the human body works, then I can draw whatever pose I want. Not everybody needs to learn anatomy, but if you want to draw people, then you need to know what a person looks like. So the first thing I did was to draw everything that I know how to draw right now. And I've recorded it, but the video is gonna start in the middle because the audio wasn't picking up. That's my mic. Oh no. Oh, my mic has not been picking up this whole time. This is my default male body. My default female body is probably going to be like exactly the same. Yeah, his legs here are definitely chunkier. I have no idea what this dent right here is. It looks wrong to me. And I don't know why it looks wrong to me. I just know it does. We're going to learn why the stuff looks wrong. Female body. I actually think the only difference here is going to be boobs. She looks like she's falling this way to me. But we're going to fix that when we learn how to fix that. This looks so wrong. This does not look right at all. You can see why I need practice. Up until now, I haven't really studied anatomy properly. I've just been following tips and tricks. Sometimes I see some videos on YouTube about it, but mostly it's just those tips on Twitter that they just say like, don't do this, do not do this, do not do any of this. Actually, you know what? Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so I was getting tired, so I decided to keep drawing the next day. And you may be asking yourself, Johnny, why did you do that really cool transition if you were just going to interrupt yourself later? I'm going to start with a hand here. I think I can look at my own hands. I don't think that's really cheating. We have this sort of pentagon. We got the big thumb. We got the big thumb done. Alright, now it's time for... Alright, I think this is how I would draw a hand from the top, like this. Now I'm kind of giving up. Oh, those are my best hands right now. Here we have a foot. This is my foot. This is the best I can do. Oh my god, this is a terrible toe. I think this is how you draw foot. I think this is how you draw feet. Okay. Now the last thing, a default face. All right, I'm trying my best here. This is the best face I can do, I think. Best I can do with a face. If I try to erase all of the construction lines, you guys, I think you guys will see. It's not that bad of a face. But it's not really a good one as well. Can't really do a better face right now. I think I should draw my default face. Because I don't think those faces I just drew, I don't think they look very good. Or like, they're not really a reliable style for me. Let's get my default facing. My actual default facing. So I do this. Here we have my actual default face. The one I do for all my comics, for all my actual art, the art I actually do. This is like the best I can do. That looks sort of good. This is the one I actually use every time. And from the side, so this is how I am right now. This is the best anatomy that I can draw right now. I need to get better. I need to be able to draw any type of body. I need to be able to draw any type of character. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But I will do something and I will improve and you're going to watch. I'm back. It's another day. As you can see, I literally just typed here how to study anatomy for art. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the top 3 results. I'm going to watch all 3 of these. We're also going to try to practice them.
Hey guys, welcome to another critique episode. I'm going to be covering the lower legs today, and primarily I'm going to focus on the subject of constructing the body. So when we're studying anatomy, instead of looking at the photograph and just copying the shapes, we really need to study the anatomy. You're shading that part successfully. It looks like a rounded form, but you're not studying the anatomy. Notice how much more detail I put into it. I actually studied every muscle in this area because that's the part we're actually studying. This is the part that we want to learn about.
These seems very advanced. Not really what I'm actually looking for.
It doesn't just continue as one cylinder all the way down. Instead, it's a flexed one. You get that indentation right here. And then the peroneus brevis form starts here. And then the longus actually shoots its tendon. You can see the tendon right there. And then you got the soleus and the gastrocnemius over here. And then all through here, you have the tendons of the extensor shooting into the foot. You've got a study of the primary forms, which is good. It's definitely the place you want to start.
Got somewhere. This is the place to start. Making everything low poly.
Very clearly start seeing that if you know what to look for.
If you know what to look for, I don't know what to look for. That's the big problem here.
You know, and then each one of these.
Let's go to the next one. Oh, it's by the same guy. If I had paid more attention to this, I would have noticed that the introduction to human anatomy is by the same guy. And so that's probably the video I should watch before I watch the video on top of it. And it's also got...
Things have changed since we last saw each other.
They sure did. Let's go.
My name is Stan Prokopenko. I'll be your instructor for this course on anatomy of the human body. For artists, with knowledge, you can design the body to make changes. When you're able to change your reference, you're no longer a slave to your reference. You're not going to find a model that looks like the Hulk or a zombie. This has to be invented. With a high level of understanding and some creativity, you have the power to create whatever characters you want.
Alright, so this video is gonna pop up right there. Right there. You see where I'm pointing? You see where I'm pointing?
Many newer students will wonder, why are we studying the bones? I just want to draw muscles. The forms of the skeleton are very important because they're the foundation of the body. Bones, ligaments, muscles, tendons, fat, these forms overlap, inserting under and wrapping around each other. The human body is a very complex system of layers. You need to truly understand the forms and their relationship. You can't just memorize the 2D contours. And finally, how does it all look like on the surface when you add skin over it? Yeah, that's right. There's gonna be homework.
No! Why? Oh, this is awful. This is awful. Awful course. No, I'm retracting my like. I am retracting my like. No. Why are you giving me homework? No, I thought I just needed to. I thought I just needed to look at the course. I thought I did not need to draw or make exercises or practice at all. I thought I would just look at it and watch you do it, and then I would have a drawing made. I would just materialize a drawing out of my own imagination into thin air without actually trying to. No, this is not... This can't be. You cannot do this to me. No.
Practice what you've learned rather than binge watching all the lessons.
Actually, I'm going to subscribe to Roku right now. Yep. Learning to draw anatomy in a week. Is it possible?
A very popular question is, how do I get better at art? And the answer is always practice. And things will get easier for you, but no one really tells you how to practice, where to do studies, or even how.
Yes! In this video right here, this video that we're watching right now, you're gonna be told how to practice, how to actually practice it.
I'll be doing a study every day for a week, and I'll be showing you how I broke down everything, so basically learn with me.
Alright, so this is anatomy learning section. Alright, so I've just come across another video with the exact same premise that I have. This video is gonna be my version. Want to see their version? Then go check it out. It's probably popping out right there. Probably popping out right there. There you go.
Tip number 3 is use yourself as reference. You don't necessarily have to take a picture of your body, but you have a body and you know what's comfortable. So when figuring out a pose, try imagining yourself in that position. Is your leg comfortable? Is this where you put your hand? Do this a lot, especially with sitting positions. It'll help the pose look a lot more natural. Tip number 4 is use reference. This is very, very important. I'd say use reference from real life people, then you can get the anatomy better, but you can use reference from screenshots from shows. Number 5 will be plan out where your foot and hands are going to be. So I always draw like a circle where I'm going to put my hand, and then that way it's easier to draw in the elbow and the upper arm. I started off by breaking down his anatomy into simple shapes, so I broke his anatomy into cylinders. Like I said, that's easier for me. The shapes that I use make sense for me, but you have to find out what makes sense for you. If I could give advice, draw over a picture and try breaking it down like that instead of just drawing, or instead of trying to freehand it first.
Alright, this one's have a nice resolution. Alright, start with the torso. Start with the torso because that's what they said was good to do, right? This looks quite nice, almost, but not really. All right, let's get this one right here. Use this as our main shape right here. This is all the leg. Now's the hard part. Now's the hard part. You gotta freehand it. Let's start with the torso again. All of this is the leg. All of this is the leg. And down, here's the bone. And then we have the potato right here. Alright, now does this look like a guy? Oh, kind of. It looks like a baby with a weird foot. It looks like a fetus that has the torso of a man. So I'll try to do that with the rest of these figurines, with the rest of these poses. Let's just finish this video, see if we have any other exercises to do, and then we see what happens.
If you see, I drew the stripe down the middle of her chest, so that's why I know the center of her torso.
I should have been doing that. I should have been doing that thing in the middle of the torso. Alright, so there wasn't anything else in that video that I followed. There's still, she did a whole week of those exercises. I've only shown you 1 day and a half. So if you want to see Blue Biscuit's method of learning anatomy, then go check it out. It's in the description. It's also right here. Go check it out. I have tried my best. So these are the first ones I tried. There's this trick I found out, but I don't know if it actually is a good trick or not yet. It worked for this exercise, which is to draw this sort of candy shape on the abdomen. So this it's candy shape because it's like this, and it worked really well for this one. It did not work for this one. This trick did not work for this pose, unless it does. Let me see. Could just try to do something like this, but it looks kind of wonky. So I started with the pecs, and then I went to the rest of the torso, and then I did the line and went to the rest of the torso. But that approach made it look really stiff. The line goes like this, and I put the line all the way down. I think this one is the only one that this line art looks better than the tracing. But this is the trick I was talking about. And then there's this one that I have. I don't know. There's this dynamic right here. It's kind of like this. And on my drawings, just, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know exactly what is causing it. I was getting hungry, so I decided to stop the exercise I was doing. I got lunch and then I got back and started following Broco's course because he's got a playlist. Alright, so I just had lunch.
There are 6 types of synovial joints. They have varying shapes, but the important thing about them is the movement they allow. Are hinge, pivot, ball and socket, ellipsoid, saddle, and plane. Let's go.
Wait, let me guess something. This one's the first one. I forgot the name of the first one. This one is, it's either the ball one or the ellipsoid, the hand one. I think this one's only for the neck. This one's for vertebrae. I want to know where's the saddle. Where's the saddle?
So, if the elbow only allows flexion and extension, how is it that we're able to twist the forearm and allow the radius only to rotate inside of it? The result on the forearm is what we call pronation and supination. During
Oh, so that's what happens.
pronation, the base of the radius rotates over and around the head of the ulna.
This makes way more sense than
Remember, the
what
hinge
I
joint at the
thought happened.
elbow,
Right
the
here.
distal joint of the ulna and radius, is also a pivot joint. The combination of the pivot at the top and at the bottom creates that twisting motion for pronation and supination. The hip has a deep socket, which gives it stability but limits some range of motion. The shoulder joint has a shallower socket, which gives it greater range of motion but takes away some stability. Maybe that's why a dislocated shoulder is so common. Very similar to a ball and socket. However, the ligaments and its oval shape prevent rotation. An example of an ellipsoid joint is the wrist. The group of carpal bones rotate inside the socket of the radius.
Oh,
The joint is similar to the ellipsoid, but the rotation is limited mostly because of the bone structure. An example of the saddle joint on the
Where is it?
body is the metacarpal joint of the thumb.
What?
Let's see that baby in action.
Oh, I can do that now. We're brothers, Proco. We're brothers.
Not really as interesting as the others.
Wait,
A
let me
baby in
see
action.
this again. Yep. Yay!
Can glide or
Wait,
rotate.
what?
They
Glide?
usually come in groups, like the carpals of the hand and the tarsals of the foot. Ligaments hold these bones together, but might allow some rotation and gliding.
I don't think.
Another plane joint
What?
is the acromioclavicular joint. To elevate the shoulder, the angle in here will adjust to keep the scapula vertical.
So let's draw the body as you said. All the joints, but simplified. Plane. Then we have a ball. Wait, a socket with a ball. We have here two types of joints. We have this hinge right here, and a pivot right here. There's this. It's connected to. So this is getting kind of. Alright, so hinge, and this goes into another hinge. Alright, I'm not gonna draw both sides of the spine right here. This bit, let me give this guy a face. Alright, this, we have the hip. We have a hip right here. We have a socket here. Another ball here. And we have another ball here. We have a hinge. And on top of the hinge, we have the patella. The patella is kind of like this, just sliding in here. Yeah. All right. So we have the knee bone, the kneecap. All right. The kneecap is gonna have a cap. Wait a minute. Wait a second. So then it goes right here, and then right here. What's this? There's a hinge again, but it does circumvent. Like you can do this with your feet. So I'm thinking ellipsoid, so I'm gonna do it like so. And then they say all of these are a bit slidey, and then they have the foot. Yeah, that's a good foot. That's a good foot. No, this is not a hinge. Why did I draw a hinge right here? Spinny boy. All right, spinny boy right there. And those two are connected to another ellipsoid right here. That ellipsoid is connected to a bunch of slidey boys. And the slidey boys are connected to a saddle that's right here. This is your thumb. this is your, and this is your thumb. And then here we got bones. And the bones are hinges. Alright, so this is our joint boy. This is our joint boy. I am well versed in anatomy. Our first anatomy assignment completed. This is joint boy. This is our joint boy. Alright, next lesson. Next lesson, please.
Skelly. This is a skeleton with simplified form / anatomy.
Oh, this is a hinge.
If you
right
like
there.
this video,
Oh, I thought it was. Let's go back to joint boy right here, and this is a hinge. Let's just right here. We are wrong. Not flat ball hinge. All right, let's keep going.
if you like this video,
It's good to have a full-sized human skeleton, one cast from real bone, so that you can compare this to your actual body. But the problem is that these things are riveted so that it doesn't move like a human skeleton moves.
thank you very much, Marshall. That was a great little demo. Marshall's other demos for the joint assignment are in the premium section of the anatomy course, explaining some perspective principles.
We really need to. Oh, wait, ellipsoid? Oh. Really? Ah. Huh. I think I should actually try to draw the hand and not just do this. So we got. How did it? Box? Hi, sorry for interrupting your time lapse. I'm not actually interrupting, but I just want to say that I know that I did the hand wrong. I know that it's rotated to the wrong side. That's it. Bye. And here are the fingers. Yeah. There we go. Alright, I did the exercise. That's kind of what matters here. Let's keep going. Let's go to the next part. The spine. The spine's next.
The spine.
Actually, I want to make some cheese bread. So I'll come back to this after I started making. So yeah, I made some cheese bread. Then I proceeded to watch and to practice drawing the spine. But this video is already long enough, so I'm ending it here. If you enjoyed it and if you want to see more in the future, then please subscribe, hit the bell notification, because the upload schedule here is not really, let's say, consistent. So you're not gonna want to miss when I randomly upload again. And my channel is currently at 68 subscribers, so if you do subscribe, it's gonna be very nice. If you know any channels or any videos on anatomy that I can check out, please leave them in the comments, because I really want to check out them. I really do. See you guys later. Bye!